Hello, grade 12. Welcome to Maths and Science series Life Sciences with Spoingile. So, today, like I promised, I am giving you the first process you'll be doing for the first term of the year. The first topic, which is DNA code of life. This is one of the processes that you will find in that topic. It is called DNA replication, as I have told you before in the previous videos. And so, you have heard in grade 10 how this process is supposed to be, right? How it is going to take place, right? So they told you in grade 10 that DNA replication, it is a process that takes place in the interphase. And why does it take place? They told you that it takes place to make an exact copy of itself. They gave you that through the definition that DNA replication is the process whereby DNA makes an exact copy of itself. And now in this video, I will be illustrating the process. As you can see on this diagram of mine, I made it big and clear so that you guys can see how this DNA replication process takes place exactly. So what happens there is that the double helix, as it's still the double helix here, it will start to unwind. Which double helix? The DNA double helix unwinds. Why does it unwind? It unwinds because the weak hydrogen bonds there are unzipping. So as they unzip, they form two separate strands, each acting as a template. What do they mean? They mean that in this process, we do not discard one strand or the other. We use both the strands because we are replicating. We need to come up with two identical DNA molecules after this process. So we are going to use both the strands. That's why each of the strands will act as a template. And how will they now become the DNA molecules? They will use the free DNA nucleotides from the nucleoplasm. Why the nucleoplasm? Guys, remember that DNA replication takes place in the nucleus, remember? And in the nucleus, I told you about that jelly-like fluid that we find, where we find our chromatin network swimming there, which is the nucleoplasm, right? So these nucleotides, they are DNA nucleotides from the nucleoplasm. And then what do? They make a complementary DNA strand. That is what is formed. A complementary DNA strand is formed. And as you can see there, the nitrogenous bases, they complemented each other in a way that this strand is identical to this one, because what are they doing? They are trying to form two DNA molecules. And then these two DNA molecules, what should be unique about them is the fact that they are genetically identical. I hope you guys understand this process, because this will be how they want you to write it down in your examinations. So guys, thank you again for tuning in to Maths and Science series Life Sciences with me, guys. It's always very fun to have you guys, and we hope that you keep supporting our channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Tell us where you're watching it from and reshare, guys. Remember that knowledge is to be shared, right? So give it to your classmates. Let them know about Maths and Science series, our Sciences channel, okay? So that they too can be informed. Thank you very much. From me is bye.